Pause for a second. Not physically, but mentally. When was the last time you felt completely at peace? Not distracted, not numb, just still. If you can't remember, you're not alone. But here's the problem. The world has convinced you that stillness is a waste of time. That if you're not moving, you're not winning. I'm here to tell you the opposite is true. The most dangerous people in history, they weren't the loudest. They were the ones who mastered the art of being alone. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why your quiet personality isn't a weakness. It's a weapon. Let's start with a hard truth. If you love staying home, society treats you like a puzzle that needs solving. Why don't you go out more? Don't you get lonely? Are you depressed? No, you're just full of thoughts, full of imagination, full of emotions that most people don't even have names for. Psychologists call this a rich inner world. While others need external noise to feel alive, you generate your own energy internally. A sunset can move you to tears. A song can change your week. A memory can feel as real as yesterday. But here's the danger. When you feel everything, you also feel the weight of everything. Let me explain what's actually happening inside your body. You have a nervous system. Some people have a high tolerance for chaos. They can walk into a club, scream over the music, and sleep like a baby afterwards. But you absorb it. Every loud noise, every fake smile, every person who talks too close to your face. It all stacks up like weights on your chest. By the end of the night, you're exhausted. Not because you didn't have fun, because your system was working overtime just to survive it. That's not a flaw. That's a Ferrari engine in a world full of speed bumps. And when you finally get home, you exhale. For the first time all day, you can actually breathe. And that's why home isn't just a place to you. It's a sanctuary. Not because you're hiding, because you're recovering. Think about animals in nature. Even lions rest. Even eagles return to the nest. Rest is not laziness. Rest is preparation. But here's where it gets tricky. Sometimes the sanctuary becomes a prison. Let's go deeper. Deeper than most videos go. Why do you really love being alone? Is it because you genuinely enjoy your own company? Or is it because people have let you down? If you've been betrayed, if you've been misunderstood, if you've opened your heart and someone stepped on it, you learn to build walls. High walls. Walls with locks. And those walls keep the bad out. But they also keep the good waiting at the door. Psychologists call this avoidant attachment. It's not that you don't want connection. It's that connection has cost you too much before. So here's the question you need to answer before this video ends. Are you resting or are you hiding? If you're hiding, I need you to hear this. Not everyone will hurt you. Not everyone is the person who broke you. There are people in this world who will look at your quietness and see depth, not darkness. People who will sit with you in silence and call it a conversation. But you will never find them if you never open the door. And I know that's terrifying. I know because I've been there. But staying safe means staying small. And you were not made to be small. Now let's talk about your superpower. Because yes, you have one. While everyone else is busy talking, you are watching. You notice the slight change in someone's voice when they're sad. You notice when a friend pulls away before anyone else does. You have something called high emotional intelligence. You don't just hear words. You hear what's underneath them. And when you love someone, you don't love them halfway. You love them like a fire. Quiet at first, but warm enough to last all night. Most people never experience that kind of love, because most people are too distracted to give it. Let me give you something solid. Research from the University of California found that people who enjoy solitude score significantly higher in creativity, empathy, and emotional regulation. Why? Because when you're alone, your brain enters something called the default mode network. It's a state where you connect ideas, process emotions, and solve problems unconsciously. In other words, your best ideas don't come when you're in a crowd. They come when you're in the shower, or staring at the ceiling, or walking alone at night. You're not wasting time. You're engineering breakthroughs. Still not convinced? Let's look at history. Isaac Newton rewrote the laws of physics in isolation during a plague. Emily Dickinson wrote 1,800 poems from her bedroom. Kafka. Tesla. Van Gogh. These weren't party animals. These were people who sat in rooms and let their minds explode onto paper. The world didn't change because of loud meetings. The world changed because someone sat down, shut up, and thought. You are part of that lineage. So here we are. 9 minutes in. You're still here. That means something. It means you're searching for validation, for understanding, for permission to be who you are. Let me give you that permission right now. You are allowed to love your home. You are allowed to need silence. You are allowed to say no to the noise. But you are also allowed to open the door when you're ready. Not because the world demands it, because you choose it. And when you do, you won't walk out as someone who was hiding. You'll walk out as someone who was preparing. If this video spoke to you, do me one favor. Comment the word peace right now. Not for me, for you. To remind yourself that peace is not a punishment. It's a practice. Subscribe if you want more thoughts that actually make you think. And remember, the loudest voice in the room is rarely the truth. The truth is usually the whisper you almost missed. See you in the next one.